And good morning, everyone. Welcome to this day, another rainy day.
Oh my gosh, it's raining so hard we can hear it in the studio. And today is Thursday, January 17th, and it is National Bootleggers Day.
Yes.
So we're going to have a little bit of information for you later.
Wait, I thought you were going to say we're going to have a little whiskey.
Oh, well, of course, but you forgot to bring it in.
I'll have it when I go home.
All right. And anyway, so who's on our show?
Well, on our show today, we have Diane Mendoza. Also, she's bringing a guest. Dream Vacations and said now's the time to be planning your summer vacation. From the PC Club, we have Jack Schuneball here and Barbara Harris. And we're going to be talking about a lot of different things. One of the things is that the PC Club helps out, Barbara Harris does this, with preparing taxes. From the Tea Party Sentinels, Richard Palmer is coming on, going to be talking about their upcoming meeting. And Realtor Wendy Miller will bring you a segment with her.
All right, excellent. And our meetings today, we have the United Architectural Controls and Standards Committee, and that will be from 9:30 to 11:30 in the boardroom. And then we have the Mutual 50 open session, which will be in the Towers Key Club, and that is from 2 to 4 p.m. Now, the earliest use of the term bootlegger was during the 1880s in the Midwest, when one would conceal flasks of liquor in their boot tops when going to trade with Native Americans. The term found its permanent place in the American vocabulary when Congress passed the 18th Amendment prohibiting the manufacture, transportation, and sale of alcohol in 1920. Now, interestingly, the mafia arose out of the illegal and coordinated activities of bootlegging. Storied names like Al Capone, Lucky Luciano, Alphonse Kirchhoff, and Bugs Moran. Also, now I know this isn't really related to bootlegging according to Ken, but we're going to tell you the most expensive whiskeys by moneyinc.com. We have Macallan M for $628,000. Macallan 64 in the Lalique Sur Perdue bottle, which is $464,000. And then Delmore 62 for $250,000. And the question is, when do you actually drink those? Ken? When do you actually drink those?
Though I have had Macallan, and I've had Macallan Fine Oak 10-year-old, which is excellent. That goes for more about the $40 range. Oh. But those,
more along our price range.
Yeah, I think those would be just a little bit out of my price range. And I know some whiskeys at auction have gone for even more than that, but those are very, very rare, one-of-a-kind things. But
well, fun information nonetheless.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, the weather.
Build the ark?
This is going to be our last day of rain, and could actually be our last day of rain until February. So enjoy it. But what's going to be happening today? This is supposed to be kind of the heaviest system coming in, really depending where you are. But on the news this morning, they're looking at anywhere from 3 to 5 inches in certain areas. The way it's going to play out here, if you're watching this in the morning, is lighter rain in the morning, getting heavier probably late morning to mid-afternoon, then beginning to taper off, and probably by 9, 10 o'clock, might see a couple little drops, little sprinkles out there, but it should be out of here. But all told, we are looking at another, well, really in this area, I would say anywhere from 1 to maybe 3 inches of rain in South Orange County. The foothills get a little bit more, but that's going to be it. Then as we go forward, partly cloudy tomorrow, mostly sunny on Saturday, Sunday, really all the way through next week. You might have a few scattered clouds out there, but overall, look at the temperatures difference. And now associated with that, particularly as we get into late Friday, are offshore strong winds. And they're worried about this in certain areas that got a lot of rain in some of the burn areas because, of course, the trees become very unstable. Not a lot to hold them back. So they're kind of worried that after this rain, we're going to be getting a lot of offshore wind. Here we are around the area today, pretty much what we've had. I think compared to yesterday, this is a slightly warmer system, so therefore, 2 or 3 degrees warmer than what we had yesterday. But as we get past this, like I said, the days are going to warm up, and we may not be seeing rain again until February. So that's good. I mean, I like the rain, but when you have this much of it all at once, I kind of liked it yesterday. Yesterday evening, Lisa, it was beautiful. Just a nice little sprinkle out. All right, we'll be right back. Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From our delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
At Diane's Hallmark, we're ready for Valentine's Day. Are you? Come in and see our great selection of cards and gifts. We have everything you need to show that special someone how much you care. And don't forget those grandkids either. Diane's Hallmark has many gifts and cards for them as well. Diane's Hallmark is located in the town center, right next to Hobby Lobby. Come in today and take care of all of your Valentine's Day needs.
I've been with Clear Choice about 6 years now. I have my wife sitting next to me. She was tired of me saying what all the time, and that's when we sought out a hearing specialist, and we fell in love with Clear Choice right away. The hearing aids worked great. I gave them referrals. My son's got hearing aids from Clear Choice. My neighbor's got hearing aids from Clear Choice. And in my mind, Clear Choice should be your #1 choice.
Come in to one of our locations for a free hearing evaluation. Clear Choice Hearing Aid. Hear better, live better.
I'm coming for you, Cancer. With California Protons, I now have the technology and expertise to fight with unmatched precision. I'll zero in and wear you down with radiation, millimeter by millimeter. You won't weaken me. I'll spare my tissues and protect myself against future threats. Cancer, you're history. I'm looking to the future.
Welcome back. Well, we have to start thinking about our vacations, even though it's pouring rain outside. I'm sure there's some place where there isn't rain. And I have Diane Mendoza and Susan I knew I was going to mess it. Susan Pretkus-Combs with us from Dream Vacations. Well, welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Sorry, I butchered your name there.
That's okay.
I was on my way to say it correctly, and it didn't come out so well. Well, welcome back.
Thank you, Lisa.
So I know you guys have a lot to talk about, but first and foremost, congratulations. What does the Circle of Excellence mean?
Circle of Excellence is the top tier of franchises for Dream Vacations. We have about 1,300 nationally alone franchises. We're all a travel agency franchise.
Okay.
And we're affiliated with World Travel Holdings, which is the world's largest provider of cruise vacations. Oh. So a Circle of Excellence means we're in the top tier of those agencies that provide the utmost in service to our clients.
Oh, and that's great. Is that something that's given out yearly?
Yes, we have to earn it annually.
Oh.
So that means we have to continue to provide the best service to our clients, which we enjoy doing anyways.
Great, great. And I think I saw that there was a perk for those.
Yes.
What was your perk?
Yes, well, we get to go on a nice, all expenses paid trip.
Nice.
And it's normally a river cruise.
Oh, great. Were you
So
able to
it's
both
wonderful.
attend?
Just I was,
Okay.
But it was
Okay.
wonderful. And we're looking forward to going to Vietnam on a river cruise this summer.
Oh, interesting.
So that will be great. And then even more exciting, we were named Franchise of the Year for 2018.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Yes,
That's
we are.
great. That's great. Well, you've been in this area for how long?
Since 2003.
Oh, okay, so quite some time.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and is it just the two of you, or do you have more people in your office?
We have a total of 7, but 3 of us locally.
Okay.
Diane is the expert for the Laguna Woods area, so she builds the personal relationships with the local residents.
Okay.
And I provide support to Diane in what she does. And the nice thing about our company is we're large enough to have all the clout with the major resorts and cruise lines, but but we're small enough on the local level to build those personal relationships with our clients.
Well, that's great. That's like, you know, getting a Costco kind of membership where you buy in bulk,
Yes.
but you get those benefits. So that's
Right,
awesome.
right.
Okay, so travel tips. You guys have a few travel tips that you'd like to share.
Absolutely. One of my musts is these little disinfected wipes. Sitting down in your airplane, you go ahead and start wiping down that tray table, the little knob to release the tray table. You've got your side armrest and also that little push button. And it just creates a wonderful barrier between you and everybody else that has sat in that chair. You can also use this on your cruise ship as well, or even in a hotel. And it's very easy to just pack in your carry-on. Another favorite of mine are these compressed bags. So you can load the bag up, you can hook it up with your vacuum cleaner, and it'll actually take all the air out, and it creates a very small area inside your luggage.
One thing I wondered about these is, do all of your clothes come out wrinkled though once you squish them all in here?
Not really.
Oh, they don't?
Really
No.
don't. It's surprising.
Once you open it up, the air replenishes back in the bag,
And then
it
there's
comes
no
back
wrinkles.
to life.
Oh, that's great.
And then your hotel and your cruise ship will always have a vacuum on board, so you can just go ahead and do it again before you leave.
Oh, I didn't even know you could use the vacuum. That's amazing. All right, great job. And then what else do you have there, which I know I've been pumping a lot of lately?
A lot of our clients tend to get really stressed before they leave on vacation. There's a lot of things to do and prepare for. So I always tell them maybe take a little vitamin C, or just don't eat out the first couple of weeks before going out. You just stay at home and take it easy and take care of yourself.
Oh, yeah, because you're going to be pretty stressed trying to meet all those deadlines and go on all those trips and all the you know, adventures and stuff too. Okay, all right, good. How about you?
Another packing tip is using packing cubes. So it's similar to the compression bag concept, only they're square cubes. You might have seen them. They allow for airflow, and you fold your clothes to fit in the cubes, and then the cubes are designed, they're sized to fit perfectly in your carry-on luggage or your larger pieces of luggage. And again, you asked about wrinkling. For some reason, they don't wrinkle in there, and you can fit about 3 times the number or items of clothing that you normally could in a carry-on. So where you'd normally think, oh, I can't take a carry-on for a 7-day trip, you'd be surprised what you can fit.
Is it rolling
You
this stuff?
can. For
Okay.
smaller items, you can roll. It's however you can fit them and maximize the space in those cubes.
Okay.
And then when you unpack, it's so nice because you can leave items in the cubes and stay organized in your hotel room or your stateroom on the cruise ship.
Okay, all right. Well, speaking of cruises, you guys have one coming up here in 2020, and it looks like you're going to be going to the Mediterranean.
Absolutely.
All right, so it's on an Oceania cruise, and we have a clip of that right now, and we're going to show you that. Showing them one of the ships, but there's several ships through Oceania, right?
There are 3 currently, and there's some new builds coming along the way too as well, so it's very exciting for Oceania.
Okay, all right. So now, where are you going, and when is this happening?
Well, we'll be departing end of April of 2020, and we start in Barcelona. So we are doing a stay in Barcelona before we go ahead and embark on our beautiful ship. And then we are basically going to visit ports in Spain, France, Italy, and then coming back, ending in Rome, which is wonderful.
Okay.
So we have an extension in Rome for those that would like to stay before going back home. And it's quite lovely. Oceania is a wonderful cruise line. Our ship will have about 1,200 passengers on board, so it's very intimate.
Okay.
It is the finest dining at sea.
Okay.
And it's a boutique style hotel, and they have special speakers on board as well. And the food is just fabulous.
I bet.
Great culinary program.
Okay.
With wine pairing dinners and things that you don't normally find
Well,
on your
yeah, I
everyday
saw in one of the
cruise ship.
pictures there that they had, is it classes that you can take?
Oh, yes.
They do. Absolutely. You can actually learn something new while you're on board as well.
Oh, that's great. And you said there's only 1,200 now. I saw that ship and it looked huge. So is it a bigger ship, but so you feel like it's roomy with only 1,200 on there?
It is more spacious,
Okay.
but it is, by today's standards, it would be considered on the smaller end. I mean, not a small ship, but certainly compared to today's mega ships, it's a more intimate ship.
Okay.
What I enjoy is it's open seating as well, and it's country club casual. So there's no need for formal attire on board.
Oh, that's good.
And then most of the dining is all inclusive.
Right.
There's no extra charge, and it's definitely great for foodies.
And is there lots of different restaurants on
Yes.
that ship? Okay. All right. What are some of the things that you love about cruising?
I love having a designated driver because I can enjoy myself and have that glass of wine and not worry about having to drive somewhere.
Right.
Especially if I'm traveling and I'm in a place that I'm unfamiliar with, not having to get in a rental car and drive somewhere after a nice dinner is really something to consider. And not only that, but only unpacking once. You've probably heard that before, but it's a true benefit to only unpack once and yet get to see several new places. And it's just more relaxing. It's a relaxing way to vacation.
Okay. And how about you?
What I enjoy about cruising is quality time with friends and family on board and in port. And again, nobody has to do the driving or decide where to go for dinner or to cook and clean.
If somebody has never cruised before, what would you say to them, like just to help them feel at ease about going on a ship?
Well, I'd say there's something for everyone because we get asked that question a lot. And some people will see commercials and say, you know, I'm not sure it's for me. And then when they go on their first cruise, they tend to be our best clients because once they get back, they're like, I had no idea. It was just right for me. And it's because, for example, I have clients that just want to get on board and just read and just get away, or clients who just want to use the spa and relax and get away from it all, and others that want to do everything. They want to do the zip line on the ship, they want to do the surfing pool, they want to do every activity they can do, the boxing ring. So there's something for everyone, and it's a great way to reconnect with families. We'll do a lot of like 50th anniversary groups. I think you're going to talk about intergenerational groups.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that, and then I want to make sure we get to the partnering that you're doing with Leslie Coretti. So what is this that she's referring to?
Multi-generational travel is at its highest peak. I was reading AARP that there's going to be over 85 million grandparents in 2020.
Wow.
So that opens it up and continues for the multi-generational travel.
Okay.
So what we like to recommend would be cruising as well, or maybe an escorted tour. I know there's a wonderful river cruise line that is multi-generational, so there's something for the children as well as the parents and the grandparents.
That's nice.
So it's really, really very nice.
That's excellent. Okay, so let's talk about what you guys are doing with Leslie Coretti and her wellness club. Give us a little snippet.
I'm very excited about this because I've been actually taking some of the Feldenkrais movement classes with Sue's Angel.
Okay.
And she's with Lisa Coretti, who is sponsoring that through the Wellness Club.
Okay.
And I'm finding such wonderful flexibility in my movements. These are slow movements, and our bodies have become so rigid because we are sitting for long periods of time. And it's just it's an internal release and movements that allow you to, like I've been able to get in and out of my car easier. I'm walking better, I'm sitting better, and I'm feeling better. I'm actually gained some of I've got a frozen shoulder and I've gained some more of my movement as well. So I'm excited about this wellness cruise because she'll be on board and we'll be doing exclusive classes with her.
Oh, that's great. And that's going to happen in September?
In September. 17th.
Okay, and that's 2018.
That's this year.
This year. Okay, 2019. Okay, great. And that's going to Alaska.
We are going round trip LA to Alaska.
Okay, great. Perfect. Well, thank you ladies so much. I appreciate you coming on, and happy travels.
Thank you.
Thank
Same
you.
to you.
All right. And remember, you can always get information from Diane and Dream Vacations. They are local. We'll be right back after this.
Your attention. Please take down this number. Did you know that adults with untreated hearing loss experience a 30 to 40% faster decline in cognitive abilities and are more likely to develop dementia? Those with a mild hearing loss are 3 times more likely to have a history of falling. An annual hearing screening is urgent for memory care to help prevent cognitive decline and thus delay the onset of dementia. Free hearing checkups are now being offered free of charge. If you have not had an annual hearing exam, please take advantage of this free opportunity. If hearing loss is detected, hearing aids will be available to try for 10 days. Evaluations only take 30 minutes, but you must call for an appointment. Hearing screening is urgent for memory care. Please take preventive action. Call now.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I am so pleased to welcome you to JTV. We're a 24/7 home shopping network focused exclusively on jewelry and gemstones. And because we believe every woman deserves to be lifted up, we love to help her sparkle, keep her informed, and make her smile. Our viewer is passionate about jewelry and gemstones, and we share her passion. Because of that, she keeps coming back, making us one of the top retailers in the United States. We sell extraordinary products at extraordinary prices. Welcome to JTV.
Mind and Memory Program at Mission Hospital is an outpatient program specifically designed for patients with a memory disorder who have developed a mental health issue, such as depression, anxiety, or paranoia. Patients are welcome every day, Monday through Friday, up to 4 days a week. On-site meals and snacks are included, and transportation to and from the program is available. The program focuses on improvement in overall mood, function, and concentration, as well as a decrease in depression or anxiety. Call today to find out if you or your loved one qualifies for the Mind and Memory Program.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Cart here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
Welcome back. Well, right down the hall from us here on the 3rd floor of the Community Center building is the PC Club, which offers just a tremendous amount of resources. And today from the PC Club, we have Jack Schnabel, and we also have Barbara Harris. We're going to be talking about a couple different things today. The PC Club in general, what they offer, some of their classes that are coming up soon, but also with Barbara here today, how the PC Club partners with tax aid that can help you do your taxes, and that's a great benefit. So welcome to both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Good morning. And let's talk about the PC Club first and some of the many resources that it offers, because it's really quite impressive.
Well, it's interesting because we see a lot of people come into the PC Club workshop on the 3rd floor here of the administration building. But we also see people come in who said, I never knew you existed. And one of the things that I guess I'd like to start with is that what we have to offer is a combination of stuff, which is hardware and computers and so forth, and the talented people who volunteer in the PC Club, which include the greeters and the supervisors. Mm-hmm. So when people come into the workshop, they have the ability to use really up-to-date computers with very good software, and the ability to use some specialized things. We have a high-speed, high-resolution photo scanning and printers and so forth. And the supervisors and the greeters are there to help them along.
Yeah, and you got great people. We have people on all the time, and Bob and John and all the great folks over there. And they're always enthusiastic. You've got fantastic, but not only resources, meaning that people can go to the resource side and sit down and work on a PC and get online or whatever they need to do, but the classes are just amazing. And there are too many for us to list today, but you go online, you have your own website, Is it the PC Club is it .org or .com?
It's .org.
.org, and the classes are all right there and how to sign up for them. But before we get to the tax part, let's talk about a couple classes that are coming up, and these have really become a lot of fun for folks, because over the last few years there's been the in-home devices, the smart speakers, the Echo, the Amazon Echo and Dot. Of course, Google has now come out with their home devices. Apple has theirs, which is more of a speaker more than anything else, at least at this point. But these are just fun, and they're cool, and there's so many things that they will do for you. They can really seriously make life easier.
And they actually do. And there's two parts of this. There is the equipment, which everybody knows about. It's the Amazon Echo products and so forth, which are, the equipment is getting better and better. But there's also the other end of that, which is the technology and the science, which means that the devices are getting smarter and becoming more useful and fun.
Yeah, and of course, what we have on the screen here, one that people may not know about, is the Echo Show, which is a screen there. I know Google has their version, Facebook has their version, and so on. But if this is something that, like the Echo, you can ask it things, and the Amazon version is, excuse me, the Google version is very similar to this. But one of the nice things is you can now say, hey, you know, show me how to make pie dough, and it'll come up with a video, and there it is, or whatever it might be.
Yes, it's wonderful, and I think what we see happening is that people are getting more and more comfortable with these devices, and they become like a friend in the house.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Yeah, we set reminders. I was telling them beforehand, we have the main Echo downstairs. We have the Echo Dot in my daughter's room, so we can call her down. It acts as an intercom. I can turn on the smart light bulb in her room to wake her up in the morning. It pairs with our Nest, and you know, so you can go change the temperature in the house, and it's very well done.
I think the last thing, a point I'd like to make on this is that this and the other two special interest groups that we're offering, which are really workshops, don't necessarily pertain to PCs.
No, they don't.
So anybody and everybody in the village can take advantage of these as we talk about them this morning.
Yeah, you bring up a very good point. Now, these devices do often have apps to set them up. You can use your phone with it or not. But you need Wi-Fi, but you do not need a PC for whether it's the Google Home or the Amazon Echo products.
No, these are all independent.
Yeah.
And they provide value no matter what platform you're using. These are independent of a platform.
Yeah, and now another class that's coming up, and that we have a slide on. We're not forgetting you.
No, I'm good. I'm treasurer of the PC Club.
You are.
So I'm good.
We're going to look at the Chromebooks, which is came out several years ago, and these are what's so amazing. These are amazing devices, but they can, for a couple $100s. Yes, they do go up and up to about $1,000, but they provide you so much. For the average person, this could be all that they need, right?
In fact, and we see so many people who come into the PC workshop and they're with their laptops and they're somewhat confused. And a Chromebook is something that would serve them just well. One thing I do want to mention is a Chromebook is not a brand of computer.
Right.
It's a type of computer that's made by all the major computer manufacturers.
Yeah. And what's really nice about this is you may think, well, I can't do a lot. Well, you actually can, because you can go on and use all the Google software, the online things that other people offer, and still do that. In fact, I can tell you right now, we're Mac people at home, but most of my daughter's stuff that she does for school are on Google Docs and Google Sheets, and she just did a slide presentation to tell us why she shouldn't need to go to high school and stay at home and do online classes. But it was done with Google Sheets. Even she didn't use Keynote, she didn't use PowerPoint. That's what she used. And more, the younger generation, that's what they're using online. And I think for so many people, it's a great way to go.
Yeah, and the Chromebooks are less expensive, they're lighter, there's greater security than the average notebook.
Yeah.
So we think that people could know about those and use them advantageously.
Now, I want Jack to tell us about a site that we both love, and that's Wirecutter.
Wirecutter is an online site that was independent and has now expanded out. Wirecutter, this sounds like a commercial, but it really is. Wirecutter is they research and do recommendations for all kinds of things. Electronics, of course, all kinds of computers and so on, but they also do things like things for the home. And almost anything that you would want, including cutlery, which I bought last week on the Wirecutter, and I'm thrilled with. They are my go-to before I buy anything now. So I encourage people to use, I think it's the wirecutter.com, but I'm not certain. Look at it, enjoy it, search around. I think people will be very happy with knowing that it exists.
And it's free.
And it's free.
The best comparison is somewhat like Consumer Reports. I like Wirecutter better.
And it's up to date. I mean, everything is months old. Or days old.
Yeah, that's true. Now, let's talk about the tax preparation that you folks do.
Right.
And you do this through AARP, and you're associating, of course, with the PC Club.
Right.
You've done this in the past over the years, and it's wonderful.
It's a wonderful program. It's a TCE tax program. It's an IRS-sponsored program running in this community over 30 years. And currently this year we have 27 counselors and 10 facilitators that will assist our residents free of charge. We're all volunteers to prepare their taxes at Clubhouse 5 on Wednesdays. Okay. And so in addition to that, the PC Club has partnered with this program because I'm treasurer of the PC Club. And we also will open up the Learning Center for 3 times this upcoming tax season to allow people who want to do their own taxes online, who don't qualify for our program, perhaps have a rental or perhaps dual state, or they want to do their own taxes on TurboTax and wants us to check their work. So there will be announcements of 3 times that the PC Club will open up the Learning Center to allow people to come in, use the computers, file their taxes. Or if you want us to do it, we will be doing taxes starting February 6th at Clubhouse 5 every Wednesday.
All right. And this is a great service. It's a free service, right?
It's a free service. Last year we did close to 1,300 returns.
Wow.
And many of the residents in the community know about it and they use our service, some of the people. And this year too, we're taking a couple of days and going to the towers, so the towers do not have to come to us. And so we've made arrangements with them to bring our group there to prepare taxes.
That's great. Now, as you said, some people may want to do it with online. And are there certain ones that you like? You know, I've just seen ads this year. There's a whole bunch of ads for TurboTax. One ad is TurboTax Live. Another ad is TurboTax Free. Another is, and it can be confusing. It's like, what's the right one for me?
What I would warn everybody who actually looks
and I'm just, by the way, I just want to make sure, you know, I'm not saying use TurboTax or many other ones. It's just, they're the ones showing all the ads right now, and I wasn't sure. What's the difference between all these?
H&R Block has an online. All of them have online tax programs, which they advertise as free until you get in there. And you get to the point where you get to the state, or if your income is over a certain level, then all of a sudden you've just spent 2 hours preparing your tax return only to find out they want $50.
Right.
And so you got to be real careful with that. And so you can go to irs.gov. They have links to various different online tax softwares to file your returns electronically. Or you could come up to the PC Work Center on the days that we have it open, to the Learning Center, to prepare taxes. And also, as a note, our next meeting on Clubhouse 7, which is February 12th, we will be having, 12th, right? Whatever that Tuesday is. We are having a discussion which we hold every February on the taxes, doing taxes this year. Be aware your tax forms have changed, the tax rules have changed. There are various differences between the state and the federal.
That's right.
And we will talk all about that at that meeting.
Okay, and we'll publicize that once you
Yes.
have the it's the exact date and time. All right, well, I want to thank you both for coming on today. The PC Club offers so much, all these classes. I mean, really, whether or not you're into PCs or not, just the ones that are upcoming, the smart speakers, which we just talked about, the Echoes and things like that, the Chromebooks, another one on genealogy, just fun stuff. And take advantage of it because it's right here in your community and it's right up here on the 3rd floor, and it's really a great service. And we'll tell you more about the tax services coming up when we got all the dates finalized and all. Barbara and Jack, thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back.
At Diane's Hallmark, we're ready for Valentine's Day. Are you? Come in and see our great selection of cards and gifts. We have everything you need to show that special someone how much you care. And don't forget those grandkids either. Diane's Hallmark has many gifts and cards for them as well. Diane's Hallmark is located in the town center, right next to Hobby Lobby. Come in today and take care of all of your Valentine's Day needs.
Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with mild cognitive impairment due to Alzheimer's disease or mild dementia? Are you looking for new options for the symptoms of cognitive impairment? If you are 55 to 85 years of age and have been experiencing mild to moderate memory loss, you may qualify for a clinical research study. Irvine Clinical Research is seeking volunteers to test the effectiveness of a non-surgical therapy device. For more information and to see if you qualify, call 949-577-7415 or visit renewstudy.com.
My name is Angela. I'm 51 years old and I was diagnosed with a heart murmur. Before the surgery, I was struggling to breathe. I was missing out a lot on playing with my son. I decided to go to Hoag from Nevada to have my mitral valve repair because the surgeons there are excellent.
My personal approach to patient care is really taking care of a patient as if they were a member of my family.
After the surgery, I can chase him and run around and play with him as much as he wants. It's like a miracle. It's like this patient made it through the toughest time in their life, and it's an awesome feeling.
The feeling to see these patients recover, especially when they're critically ill like that, it's just the best feeling in the world.
We wanted this to be one of the top cardiovascular centers in the region, the state, the nation, and to be recognized for that. We've achieved that.
If I had to go back and make the same choice, I would choose Hoag again. They treated me like family. This changed my life, and now I get to be with my son.
#1 choice for wood flooring and more is LA Carpet.
Now during their 2-day sale, visit their showroom now and get 65% off wood flooring, laminate, and waterproof flooring.
Plus, get 5-year, 0% financing.
LA Carpet, #1 for you.
And I'd like to welcome back from the Tea Party Sentinels, Richard Palmer. And coming up on the 28th of this month, they will be having their meeting. And I'd like to welcome you. Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year to you, Ken.
Great to have you here. Last time you were here, you didn't have a meeting to speak of, but you just kind of talked about the club a little bit. But this time around, you have your meeting.
First month of the year, we have meetings every month except December.
Yes, and this is the 28th, and your speaker is somebody I don't believe I've heard of before, Steve Jackson. I don't know if you've had this person
He
around
actually
before.
spoke before our group a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But it's so relevant. He's going to be talking about the Constitution.
Okay, and give us a background on him.
Well, actually, he was a structural engineer. He worked for a couple like Rockwell International, Boeing, and he worked on the space programs.
Oh, okay.
So he was very active in that area, and he retired in 2004. He actually went to Purdue University to get a structural engineering degree, and he minored in economics, and philosophy.
Okay.
So,
wow, that's
but
pretty broad.
His
engineering, economics, and philosophy. Wow.
But his real passion is the Constitution, and that's why we're having him, because the extreme wing of the Democratic Party is really going off the rails. I mean, I can't believe what they're espousing right now. I mean, this Beto O'Rourke, he talks about that our Constitution is no longer relevant.
Who's that?
Beto O'Rourke.
Beto O'Rourke out of Texas.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he said the Constitution is irrelevant. I mean, how can he run for office and say that? Because he has to swear to abide by the Constitution.
Well, did he mean irrelevant as far as we don't need it anymore, or irrelevant because our government on both sides of the house are not following it as it should be?
No, I think...
Because I heard him say that, but I wasn't quite sure in what context.
I think it's the first statement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, but then you have these new congressmen, these radical congressmen that use the language that, I mean, even gang members would hesitate to use. I mean, this is, it's insane. I just can't believe it.
So his talk is getting back to the Constitution and talking about at least what you wrote down here, Declaration of Independence and Bill of Rights and those kinds of things.
That's right, but what he's going to emphasize is that it was based on the Judeo-Christian principles. And that is so important. I mean, our freedom of speech is a keystone of our republic.
Right.
And you know, they want to do away with that. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But the radical wing is really going way off the rails.
So this is something that he's going to talk about, and I imagine he'll cover. It would be interesting if he covers kind of both sides of it, as far as the, you know, looking at our current Congress and Senate, but also the president as well, who's gone off the rails a few times himself.
But I'll tell you, this is 2020 is going to be a wild year.
It's going to be a wild year.
Yeah,
there's no question.
Yes. I just can't believe what's going on today. It's so out of the ordinary that I just can't believe what the radical wing is saying. But you know, there's also rhinos in the Republican Party that are following the same thing. So I'm not just blaming the Democrats, but we can take care of the rhinos, but we can't do anything about the...
Again, I want to tell people that this is January 28th. It's always the fourth Monday of the month, right?
Right, yes, right.
And it is, as far as I know, always at Clubhouse 7
right.
at 7. Well, it has changed once. You had a different one, I remember.
Well, yeah, they're changing they're sanding the floor.
Yeah, that was right. But it normally there, and it's going to be on the 28th of Monday, and everybody's welcome. Doors open at 6:30.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the meeting starts about 7.
Yeah, doors open at 6:30, and the meeting starts at 7 o'clock. But the thing that I just can't get over is it's so wonderful that the founding fathers had so much insight. They predict. They actually, if you read the Constitution, they're predicting what's going on today.
It seems that way, yeah.
And now, how many people back to 240 years ago would think that far ahead?
That's true. I want to also tell people that you can go to teapartysentinels.com, and we're just about out of time here. So if you want to get hold of Richard, it's patriot@teapartysentinels.com. Am I right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's my
all right, but
email.
teapartysentinels.com is the website. You can view it there. All the meetings are listed there. January 28th, Clubhouse 7, doors open at 6:30.
You got it.
Happy New Year, sir.
Thank you, Ken.
All right, we'll be right back.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
And with me right now is Wendy Miller from RE/MAX, and I'd like to welcome you. Hello.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So we're going to get into this in just a moment. First, let's talk about your background. How did you get into this world of real estate?
Well, actually, it was one of two dreams, and about 2000, I started as an international flight attendant. I flew for 12 years, and that was my first dream. I flew all around the world, met amazing people, gained so much knowledge of the world and how it works and how different people are, even learned different languages and indulged in new food. And yeah, just really enjoyed meeting new people, and I love to speak.
Yeah.
I love to talk, I love people, and that's what also got me into the real estate world. One of my flight attendant friends was also a real estate agent at the time of being a flight attendant. And I thought, you know what? I've always thought of doing this, and I need to start my education. So about a year before I stopped flying, I started my education into pursuing my real estate license.
And now, yeah, you are local here, but you're from this area anyway, right?
I am.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Laguna Niguel,
Okay.
the connector city to Laguna Woods, Laguna Hills. And I've lived there for 39 years, and I just love the community. I love the people. Everyone here is so welcome and inviting, and I just love the humanity of it all. I don't drive by anybody that really doesn't give me a smile or a wave, and likewise, the pleasantries are wonderful. And when I was a kid, my grandparents owned a home in Laguna Woods, and we spent, it actually was called Leisure World back then.
Yes, it was.
It was wonderful, and the big globe out there, if you remember that. And I just loved the greenery. It just felt like you were in this different world, where the birds were chirping and there's nothing wrong. There's so many clubs and so much fun things to do. Croquet, we did bridge, and it was just great. And so coming back into this community really brought me back. And I thought, you know what? I loved working, here, selling homes the past few years. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go, and I would like to meet the rest of the people and do what I can do to help them with their buying and selling needs.
So have you kind of transitioned into specializing in Laguna Woods in this area?
Yes, yes I have. Since I grew up in the area, I thought, what better way, to meet people and teach them what they need to know, the importance and the knowledge behind buying and selling, and understanding, what you need to do. And
it's very unique, as you probably know, because first of all, you're dealing with, I would say, really four entities, because you're dealing with two mutuals, and then for the folks who want to live in the towers, that's a third one. And the fourth one is, of course, dealing overall with the community and the rules. I guess you could say the fifth is the city, but there's a lot to deal with, more so than most other communities. Many communities in South Orange County, of course, do have associations.
Yes.
However, the different types of situations that we have in this community are often very unique.
Yes, definitely. There are quite a few challenges that you need to overcome in real estate. There are deeds and there are stock options.
Right.
So yes, I'm very knowledgeable in those areas, and I can help everyone to all possible buyers to understand the requirements, and the specialties that are Laguna Woods.
And in some cases, you have to deal with whatever side you're on, buying or selling, is dealing with a unit that may have had some things done to it, and you have to figure out, well, this was properly done. Does it need to change back? And that's a very, you're not going to do that out you know, if you're doing real estate Laguna Niguel in somebody's home, even if there's an association, you're not going to deal with what's going on in the home unless it's a major California code violation that you see.
Exactly.
For the most part, you know, you just kind of go with what's there.
Yes, and like I was saying, it is unique here in Laguna Woods, and you know, especially with the home I sold back in May, it was stock. So what happened was there's General Electric products in the place, and then the nice thing about it was I was able to help the buyer to get certain items replaced that if they weren't working with an agent, they might have skipped over those items.
Yeah, so very important. And as far as other thing in this community as well, is you are dealing with people who this might be their very last home.
Yes.
And just because they end up moving here, they could be here for another 30 years. Where if you're dealing with a younger family, they're looking at quite often, well, this is our home for now.
Yes.
And there's a difference too. You want to make sure people are going into something knowing full well what it entails, so they're going to be happy there for years.
Yes, definitely. And you know, especially here, it's nice to really get to know the people and really show them that you care, because that's what's important in understanding their family, understanding all of their needs, and at the end of their ownership of their home, say that they decide to move out of Laguna Woods or relocate within Laguna Woods, or even
and that happens.
Yeah, and that happens too.
Yeah,
yes, you might be living on second level, and you think, oh, you know, I'd like a single level to be my my home. You know, for forever.
Yeah, so you deal with that as well. Now, as far as choosing you as a realtor, a lot of realtors to choose from.
Yes, sir.
Why you? Why, especially for this area?
I have a warm place in my heart for Laguna Woods. Since my grandparents had a place here and I pretty much grew up here, Leisure World, Laguna Woods, I care about people. I don't worry about yesterday. I pay attention to now, and I care for you as a person. And I make sure that all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and that you're completely cared for and everything is put into one package. So, yeah.
Very good. Yeah, and
I always have a smile on my face.
Yes, she does. She does.
My nickname is Smiling Realtor, so you'll always see me driving through Laguna Woods with a smile on my face. And I'd love for you to give me a wave and love to stop by and maybe have a cup of coffee.
And if people want to talk to you about your services,
yes.
whether you're buying or selling, 949-294-1022. It's right up there on the screen. And, you know, again, you really seem to know this community well. You're local, and you know the ins and outs, and that's the most important thing here.
Yes, very important to have knowledge. A local area specialist is very important to understand the rules and regulations of the communities and also the cities and the states that those communities are in.
Yeah, very
And
good.
I am available, check this out, 25 hours a day, 8 days a week.
8 days a week. There you go. Nice to meet you. We'll see you again, I'm sure.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
All right.
And we'll be right back. Very good.
Hi, I'm John Bowser Bauman. You probably know me best as Bowser from Sha-Na-Na, but I'm also president of Social Security Works PAC. And you know, when I'm in Laguna Woods, I always watch Village Television. Grease for peace.
Welcome back. We have The Death of Stalin for our Friday movie, January 18th at 2 and 7 p.m. And it is when tyrannical dictator Joseph Stalin dies in 1953. His parasitic cronies square off in a frantic power struggle to become the next Soviet leader. Among the contenders are the dweebish Gregory Malenkov, the wily Nikita Krunjev, and Lavrenti Beria, the sadistic secret police chief. Now, as you can tell, this is not a movie that is super serious. It is what they call it a hysterical masterpiece.
Yes.
So again, that will be on tomorrow at 2 and 7 p.m.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes,
I really
that
am.
looks fun. That looks fun.
Very funny.
Okay, so should we build the ark, or we're
We
good?
should build the ark today, and rain throughout the day. Really, as the heavier part, if you're watching this in the morning, should be more midday into early afternoon, tapering off in the evening, and probably by 9, 10 o'clock, it should be pretty much out of here. And as I said earlier, we may not see rain again until February. Just a wonderful warming up for the weekend.
Love
nice
it.
sunshine out there. Maybe a little wispy clouds, but that's going to be about it, even going forward into next week. Here's the temps around the area. And as once again, this is the day that we could get anywhere from 1 to maybe 2 or 3 inches of rain in South Orange County.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. But
And then Northern
Yeah.
California was having those
Yeah.
a blizzard.
yeah.
So
up
if
there
you're
in
going to
and
Mammoth,
all.
be careful.
Yes, definitely.
All right, and then tomorrow we have the United Update, we have Sterling Financial, we have Talk to the Doc, and then also we have a celebrity in house tomorrow.
Wait,
you guys,
I'm here right now.
oh yeah, we know. Oh gosh, us. Okay, Susan Tuttle is going to be here to give us some fitness tips for the new year. Yay! All right, he's already started. Have a great day and stay dry.